Chapter 2, The History of Management. Okay, this might just be the most boring chapter in the entire book. Letting you know, I'll point out the things that you do absolutely need to know long term. Most of it you can forget unless you happen to be going on for an MBA, then you only have to know it long enough to get through your exams. Learning Outcomes talks about what you are going to explore during the chapter. Okay, moving on. Management Ideas Through History. Yes, it walks through all of them. Things, you might go, huh, that's interesting. Or you might go, okay, am I done reading this? Yes. Or yet. Not critical. Managers of all days, not just today, but all managers have always needed to organize groups, work with others, and make decisions. Okay, you do need to know who Frederick Taylor is. He's the father of scientific management, and he's the father of modern management, basically. He's the first person who did a time study to see okay, what's considered what's a fair amount of work for a fair amount of pay. He has 4 principles of scientific management. Nope, you do not need to memorize that. It's just there. Quickly turn to it if you have a question that shows up from the test. The end. Gantt, Henry Gantt, you do need to not know him, but you'll use Gantt charts in business considerably. Here's an example of a Gantt chart, and you'll use them in project management class, where you have a person, or a task, and you have what the specifics are for that task, who's been assigned to that task. You can do colors and break it all down. Then you have a starting date and a stopping date, and where you are with that task. So there's a lot of information in a Gantt chart, and they're really cool. I like them a lot. They're a great visual for getting things done. Max Weber, nope, you can skip him. Max Weber proposed bureaucracy. Well, it's gotten a bad name. It didn't really start off as being a crap word. It started off as just being able to organize information, but it got bad press from that point forward. Skipping, human relations. I mean, it's nice to read. You should at least go, huh, once in a while. Operations management. If you're reading this section and you find it interesting, in each spring we offer a class on operations management, and you learn how to increase productivity by looking at the different systems of an organization and breaking them into smaller parts and then analyzing what works and what doesn't in a system. So if you are going into management, I highly recommend that class. It's taught by Robert Thatcher, Road Work Ahead, Twin Falls Science. They have about half a dozen different companies. Then more about operations management. Information management, that's another job of a manager, is managing information. It talks about some of the tools that have been used. Systems management, again, that's part of operations management. And a system view of an organization. Okay, that's nice. Contingency management, what to do if things don't go how the theories tell you they will go. And then finally, key terms. So make sure that you're familiar with the different terms that are provided.